Hello and welcome back to Vintage Farming. Right, we are going to load up some of the manure from this massive pile we have here, and we're going to sell some, because I have noticed that the price is actually pretty good right now. We'll just have a look here as well and double check. As you can see, it is at a good price, better than the max, and we are not far away from selling this manure. Is very close. I will set a beacon of light in the distance there just to ensure we are going to the right place. I believe it's down in this complex here. Oh, it is already lit. The beacon has been lit. Oh, I didn't mean to come here, but this is where we need to go. So I will once again set that beacon. Tag. We'll end up back in the truck and we'll make our way to that sell point. Now, I think that's probably all we're going to have to do in February. The ducks are doing fine. We did sell a few, so as the normal selling of them does happen, so we got about £500 from that, which is great. But I'm just really excited for crops to grow. February is not a time for crops to grow. Oh right, before we leave, we should feed the cows. All of their grass, all of their hay, everything is done. So very quickly before we head out to the manure sell point, because we might come back and collect the rest of the manure. I know it's only going to be 9,000 some litres, but they will fill it up before we need more. And officially we are unloading TMR for the cows. Happy days, they are getting food. They're getting fed. They're going to take the whole thing. They will absolutely take all of this TMR. It's not a light, there we go. Ah, we could turn it off. Maybe I can't turn it off. Right. Well, there we have it. All is emptied out, so we'll just take... well, it is snowing, so maybe we'll just leave it in here for now till we have to fill it up again, which won't be too long. So I'll just shut the engine. Now, I want to turn the lights off. Right, that's fine. We'll just leave that. So they are fed. Only about half, not even halfway. It's a good thing we didn't sell more of the silage, I guess. Anyways, the manure, though, we will, because they are good for straw, barely. Do we have another bale? Ah, beautiful. We do have another bale, so no worries there. We will load them up with straw now that they're all loaded up with food. But first, we'll make a bit of money selling their poop. Alright, we have arrived, and yes, it's exactly the location that I thought these were greenhouses for purchase, but they are just for selling manure. So we'll sell this 15,000 litres, and we will head back to the farm, collect the rest. Like I say, we'll get it all. Might as well take it all. What we have in storage, we will not. We do have about one manure spreader's amount of manure remaining, so about 4,500 litres remaining. But I think for now that money will do us much better versus having it as poop, especially since the price is so good to sell. So we'll head back to the farm, we'll collect the rest, and we'll see you back here in a moment. Alright, we've made it back and we'll sell a bit more manure. As you can see, we have more than we initially had in the stock check, but that is because I went through with the Massey and the loader and I was able to collect about 3,000 litres more than it showed, so I was able to fill it and then I had to load some in. So nevertheless, another £7,000 from poop. That's amazing. That's about £15,000 total that we've earned just from poop, which is brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So we will head back to the farm. Now, I don't think there's anything else on for February. I will feed the ducks, but other than that, we're clear to head into March. So we'll see you in March. Good morning and welcome to a rainy March. Unfortunately, it is raining, which means we don't really have all that much on straight away, but we shall see what needs be done. So the cows will need feeding. That I know for certain, well, very nearly at least. The ducks they go through about one full load a month, so they are going through it fairly quick. Now, everything is doing fine. There's nothing really to sell this month. Let's have a look at our crops. Now they should all be a little bit closer to growing. Right, so not super close. 17 will be ready. Whoops, that's the wrong way. Grass, and yeah, so that is ready. We can actually keep that enabled. It's not terrible to look at. So, yeah, that is what we can get done today. Let's check the forecast though, because yeah, 11. So what we can do is we can sort out a new feed mixture for the cows. So we do have the 15,000 litres of silage here. And open silo, is it not open? Oh, it wasn't open all the way. We also have the... Right, this light is still on. Actually, now's a good time to get this out. I know it's raining, but it's fine. Just clear that, brilliant. Get the lights on. So I will also just feed the ducks very quickly. And now, I can't remember if I did... I think I did, but I can't remember exactly. But I want to go through the animal food overview mod one more time, just to ensure that there are many options, or show you all the options available for feeding not just the cows with the TMR, but also feeding our ducks. Now, I'll just get this parked out of the way. Brilliant. Right, let's go. There we are. So, as you can see, we've got all the food types that we can feed them. So now there is a recipe for TMR, and if we click it, we can see all the different options. So aside from bran, mineral feed is the option. Aside from corn stalks, straw is the option. So it's essentially all of the basic needs, but you do require straw and you do require mineral feed, or in this case bran. So mineral feed's much cheaper to purchase, so we will purchase that from the shop when we need some, but for now the bran that we have is fine. It should be enough. I hope it's enough, but we shall see. We'll get as much mixed in as possible, but I also want to look at the grain for the chickens. Now this is everything that the ducks, well, ducks/chickens can eat. So as you can see, we do have the sorghum on there that we are feeding now, but also, yeah, wheat, millet, poppy seeds, barley, triticale, spelt, rye, buckwheat, cracked corn, sorghum, carrots, sugar beet, cut, alfalfa and clover are all the things we can feed to the chickens. So we do have loads of rye on right now, so that should be fine, but we also have the wheat, which I think is the best, because you do get, I think that's the best crop to feed them. Or barley, one of the two is better. Anyways, what we'll first do is load in a bit of silage, because we know we need some of that first. Although we could load in some of the bran as well, just to get... How much bran do we have? It's not very much. Right, we'll put that in towards the end, because as you can see, the ratio is... I think, what was it? I'll have to double check now. 30 to 75, so maximum 75% of all of those, but minimum 5% bran. So we'll have to just try it out and see. I think we'll just get the Massey going. Here we are. Yeah, see, as you can see, there's this ring of manure all the way around, and I don't know if that is something I can get, or I'm not sure. Same sort of issue as when you drop another thing on the ground, you can't really pick it up. So I think there's manure there. I would just have to basically add it in to here and just call it a certain number. I don't know exactly how much it is. So see, like even on the bottom of the pit, it has the silagey texture, but it's not quite. I can't pick it up. It's very strange. Anyways, I will create a mix, so I'll probably try and do this in a time-lapse, because we're going to need silage, and we're going to need... Oh, what's going on? Whoa, that was very strange. What? What's just happened? Wait a minute, what? What? I'm so confused. I put in 1700 litres of silage, and then all of a sudden there's 12,000 litres of forage. It's a bit more forage than we're hoping for there, mate. Let's see. I'm going to change the tip side to the left, actually. Yeah, we'll keep it on the left. I'll just put a pile here. I know that's a bug, but I think I might keep it as... Oh my gosh, what is that now? Oh my goodness. What's happened? What is happening? Right, we'll get a bit more out. Unbelievable. We'll keep as much of the forage as we can, obviously, but what is that? Oh my goodness. Right, let's see what is happening. So usually forage comes out as hay, but it's coming out as something I can't even pick up. Are you joking? What is going on? Right. Well, that is very, very frustrating. I can walk on it and I can move it. It looks like sugar beet cut. Actually, it kind of looks like wood chips, to be honest. Wait, what can we use in lieu of that? I think it is sugar beet cut. It definitely looks like... It doesn't look like bran, clover, alfalfa or silage, so it has to be sugar beet cut. Well, nevertheless, we are going to dump some out. If I can't get at it, I will just have to landscape the area to remove it, because it's... yeah, it's rubbish. But if we can keep a nice amount of it in there, take advantage, like, then I will do. Why not? Right, so I'll put this back into position. I will fill up my thing with 1700 litres of silage once again. But let's try and pick this up again as well. Right, well, that's a shame. So I don't know what is going on there, but I will try and get rid of that. I'll do a few things off camera, because it seems that's what we need to do. So I'll add that silage that's been lost in, and then I'll put more into the mixer here, and hopefully it levels out. We'll have to see. But I won't do a time-lapse of it, in case some more madness happens, but we'll see you when that thing's full of TMR. Alright, so I don't really know where to start with this or what to do, but I have a bit of a solution, but it seems as though it could be the mixer, it could be the fact that it's a multi-fruit map, there's so many variables as to what's not working here, but the point is it's not. So I was able to scoop this up. It is sugar beet cut, so I'll eventually clean this up and just get rid of it. Same with that little bit. I did another test, but all it did was just, yeah, fill up full again. So it was a bit of a faff. It even says sugar beet cut 0 litres. So, and I have reset the mixer to the shop, and still nothing. So very unfortunate. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to essentially roleplay having made a mix with the 15,000 litres from here. We'll take 15,000 worth of bales. We'll use the rest of the bran, the rest of the corn stock, and we'll just make our own sort of mixture and just keep a record of it. And we'll use this for as long as we can, but then I will get rid of it. So for example, let's just see, can we at least put silage in? Let's try. No, we can't. It just goes as forage. So that is very strange. What if we try putting in forage? And then it empties. Ah, that works. What if we empty it? Ah, okay, now that it's empty, let's try again. Perhaps that was part of the reason. If this does not work, then what I will do is mix up a big mix, and then we'll just keep a record of it, and we'll add it to the, probably to the Z-tool, or it's not the Z-tool, the ZIL, sorry, the truck there. And, right, yeah, that's not working again. Okay, no matter. Let's see, I suppose then what we'll do, yeah, I'll just do a quick mix. It won't be an actual mix, it'll be, I'll just delete the silage we have, and as though it's sort of like role-playing that we've used it all up, and the same amount of hay, so I'll do a bit of a 50-50 split on the hay and the silage, and then the rest can be the corn stock bale that we have there, and the rest of the bran, and we'll call that a mix. And I'll just keep track of how much we have. That is unfortunate, but there is always a workaround. There's always a way. That is really frustrating though, but yeah, that's so strange. Empty. Let's try again, filling with silage. Oh, not silage, let's try TMR. Forage. It must be the mixer. It must be. But for now what I'll do, I will sell it. I will return it. I know we've leased it, whatever, we might even get £100 back that we paid for it today, because it's obviously useless. Although we did use it today, so we'll see. But nevertheless, I will get rid of it, because it's obviously there must be some issue with it. And we'll get sorted a mix, and then once that's done, hopefully the rain will have ceased, and we can get some grass cut. Alright, so all that faff is done. I did get it sorted, and I've come up with about 35,000 litres of TMR. So what we'll do is we'll basically add it in the same way we were adding in our manure and slurry from the storage from the previous save. So if we can give them all 35,000 litres now, then that would be brilliant, but I don't think we will be able to. So I might just put in another 5,000. Let's find, here we'll do 5,000 of TMR, and we'll add that in as well, so that our new total is simply 15,000 litres of TMR. So that was 15 plus 5, that's 20, 35, and they're doing very well. So the next time we feed them, we will take the storage from the truck here, and happy days. Right, so it is unfortunate that we had to sort of do that. I have, in fact, returned the mixer, because that could be the problem. But the problem is, beyond that, is now we have another problem, and we don't have a mixer. And we need one to feed the cows. So this would be the perfect situation to have Maize Plus, so that we could do multiple different crop types in at once, but unfortunately we do have to feed them all to the cows. We have to feed them. TMR is the only one that gives 100%, and to make TMR we have to mix it. So I don't know what we're going to do moving forward about that. We could get a stationary mixer. There is one. I wonder if I have it enabled. Let's have a look. Let's look. What do we have for mixers for animal? We have that one. That's pretty much all the only one I've really found or needed really. These are all too new, unfortunately, but there is no... is it in here? Right, no, there is a maybe it's a placeable? Let's have a look. Construction, animals, other... Right, we can add a cat zone, and we can add a rabbit hutch as well. Oh, brilliant. So we can do little rabbits on here as well, but not what we're looking for just yet. Buildings, perhaps it's in tools. Containers, no. Silos, perhaps. Is there any sort of... that's... Wouldn't be a shed. Right, well that is interesting. It's a shame, but containers, no, just check that. I swear there is a stand-up mixer, but if we can find something, because we'll have to, but for now, the way we're doing it is the way we'll have to do it, I guess. Let's have a look at everything. The animals, well the cows are fine, obviously, clearly. We will... Oh right, we do need to add in that straw, so we'll do that now. And then the ducks are fine. I've just topped them up as well, so we'll very quickly give them a straw bale. We'll swap out this bucket though. This bucket was good. I was able to pick up the sugar beet cut that was just sitting there. So at least that's dealt with now. But we should be able to attach the bale directly to this, and then we can put this straight into their area. So we'll get more manure coming in all the time. And maybe we can get a nice little influx of cash from selling their poop every once in a while. That would be quite nice indeed. Right, well, what an absolute faff so far, but but we are about to get some stuff done, and that will at least we can get some stuff done. Now, brilliant. Right, so yes, I will have to look into another kind of food mixer. If there are any recommendations, by all means, please send them through. I know we have the Ubla. I don't have it on this save, but I know we have it as an option. That's to say, that's the one that we used on the Zolina on our previous map. It was very small, and it took a lot of time to fill and mix, so I would like to avoid that one if possible. But we'll just have to see. Right, this is a bit precarious now. Get that loaded in, there we are, and we'll put it down. It should take the whole thing. Brilliant. Okay, so we'll just have this tucked to the side here without crashing into too many things. Right, I do want to look at the calendar as well, because I know that we're going to have to... Here, we'll get hooked up with the Z tool, because we are going to do some mowing, that's for certain. Actually, that's not for certain. I have to look and see if it's actually ready to go or not. Oh, hello. Oh, good. Liquid manure sales right here. I've never even noticed that. But we can sell slurry directly here. So that's something we should really consider. Not now, the price is going down. But... yeah, if we have an influx and it's right there, then it's very close to load it there. Anyways, that's not what we're on about. We are looking at grass, and it's ready to harvest, but not... Actually, wait, is it ready? Let's have a look at the side. No, ready should be like that colour, I imagine. Although it's taller than that. Maybe it is ready. It says growth stage 3 of 3 forage ready, but I think one more stage would be best to wait. But it looks very ready. Maybe we will wait. We'll wait one more month to harvest it, because then we can potentially get more out of it. I'm not certain if this is the first ready to harvest stage or the second ready to harvest stage, although it does look exactly the same as that. What about that field? It's hard to tell. I can't tell anymore. Usually there's little brown tips. I think I'm best to wait. I'll wait till April, and that means that we have... So April will do the mowing, which is fine. We might be able to do the rye. Wow, what? As early as April? No, I wonder. Could you imagine? No, no. It'll be almost ready in April. We'll be doing that in May for certain. Certainly, we'll have rye in May, and potentially anything else. No, flax is July. Flax is the summertime. The wheat will be ready in the summertime, and that's pretty much all we have. Rye, wheat, flax, grass. Happy days. So I'm going to say April. No, I'm going to say May, and then July for these two. Grass in April. So, I will double check that everything is ready, that we can move on from March to April. Now, normally I wouldn't want to do that, and I mean, we could look at contracts or whatever sort of thing to get done, but I just want to crack on, really. Let's look, though. I'm curious for contract-wise, I'm very curious. What is nearby? Actually, if we put contracts, go details on, then we should be able to see them. Maybe I haven't updated it on this particular one, but let's see. What is the best around? Fertilizing. Field 57. Where is 57? It's quite far, probably. Yep, all the way over there. Anything near us? 1 to 30 essentially is what's nearby. This one is good, but very small. 27. Where's that? That is up there. That we could do, but it's only £1,000. Not even £500. But we do have fertilizer, though. We could. No, I think I want to really focus on our own farm. We have enough to do on our own. It's just we need to move through to April. As I say, we had a faff about in February and March. So if we can move on to April, clean slate, fresh grass, ready to go. We'll see you in April. Good morning and welcome to April. We have woken up a little bit earlier. It's a beautiful day though. Glad I did. Excellent. Good morning, ducks. How are you this day? Let's have a look, shall we? What exactly is going on food-wise? You're fine? You're full? And you're needing a bit, but you can wait a little bit. You'll be fine as well. Right, so now that we're into April, we definitely can have a look at the grass. Let's see how everything else is coming along. Oh, nearly. Very nice. So if we look at it, you see the yellow. Look at that. We're crouching and we're hidden. I'm so glad I waited. That's literally double the height of the grass. So we'll have loads and loads. Oh, what's going on here? Is this the flax? The flax is very beautiful. Oh, that is absolutely stunning. I love that. Alright, let's check out the rye. The rye looks amazing as well. To be honest, it looks fantastic. Right, and then we've got the... what are you growing here? Peas. Oh, wonderful. Here's the wheat. It's coming in, but not as quick. And then we have our other rye field. That is wonderful, that is. Very nice. Right, well, we do need the Z-Tour. And actually, before we do get cracking on the mowing, which is exactly how we're going to start the month, I did actually add in a few mods. So I found a couple alternatives for a mixer, as well as some new tractors, and I will show them to you in just 1 second. Just want to get all set up. And I've added follow me as well, which will allow us to get a bit more done when it comes to the mowing operations all at once, which is also brilliant. Alright, get nice and lined up. I do love the Z-Tour, but it is a bit slow at times. Right, let's look. My, the cows are very loud. Anything in the sale? Just futuristic equipment. Let's start with small tractors. Right, so as you can see straight away, the MB Track 440 rather. It's lovely. It is amazing. £40,000 though for 75 horsepower. If we're going based almost exclusively on that, it is unfortunate because I think so 1982 is the earliest, but if we went as far as 87, possibly there is a yes, so we could stay like that, and then 85, 87 is 125, so that's the maximum. So that would be 55,000. So that's a bit pricey. We do have these as well. I'm not sure what year that. I think that's 90s. Can't remember exactly. But I do have this other MTZ, so that's an option. You can kit it out as a Belarus as well, but 130 horsepower for 32,000. And then we have all these Z-Tours as well as the Forschritz, but they're on the pricier side as well. I did find... well, I knew of the Fiat, of course, and it is a brilliant tractor, and I'm very tempted for it because 108 horsepower, £33,500 plus extras and that. Beautiful tractor. I've used it a lot in FS19 especially, and a bit on 22 as well so far, but not in this series, so we might. And then we have this one as well, but I think this is the clear winner. So Yeah, 1984, that's fine for me, and I suppose we should get cracking. Right, I'll have a look at the animals just to ensure everybody is fine, and we'll see you in the field. What a beautiful sight, really. Really, wow. And the tractor, and you've got the plane over top, there's so much action. It's an action-packed area, absolutely. Right, so we'll get the... Actually, we should get the front mower going first, so we'll just reverse a bit here. So go up the side here and we'll go around, do a bit of a headland. There are a few more mods as well that I did add in that I want to show you, but I will explain them for now. Brilliant, I do love this setup. This is great. I don't think I'll get rid of the Z-Tour ever. I think this is a tractor I could have for the length of the series, like the entire, even if we switch again, if we switch maps, you know, in the future at another, whatever, 20 episodes, I don't know, I will definitely keep this tractor. It's brilliant. And this, for this setup almost exclusively, look at that. It's, well, it's a bit rubbish actually, that turn, it did miss a bit, but that's fine. Take it a bit less intense. Look at that. Oh well. No matter, nothing that can't be chopped down later. So yeah, look at that. With this, it is a very quick area. So maybe we should invest in some more grass as well, because we do need hay, but well, we do need silage first because we have sold it all. But yes, I think that would be a wise idea. Well, we've used it all, but it would be a wise idea to make some more, and we can do grass as well. But I think silage would be best now because it is April. So it's not the best time for hay. Anyways, the other mixers that I did add in, well, sorry, mods are mixers. There are two that are mobile, so we can bring them into the shed, but two of them as well are they're standard stationary ones, so they actually can't be moved, and once they're placed, they're placed. So I would like to think that they would work. I will probably test them out a bit first, just to ensure that it, you know, they actually work on that. So we shall see how that goes. I will show them to you though after this, and we will. And again, we have the food kind of sorted for a bit, so we don't really have to worry about it all that much. But yeah, we'll crack on with this, clean up the little bits, and then we'll use follow me and row it and bale it up. Actually, no, this we're going to silage, so yeah, we'll row it and collect it. And there we have it. The grass has been all cut. That was quite a job actually, because it's very thick, and there should be loads of it here. Doesn't look like much, does it? But it should be. How much is that field for reference? 24, 46,000, hey? So I suppose here, I'll just open this up and show you now. Let's see that. Oh yeah, check that already. We'll go down to animals, and so there are these two, and this one frankly does look the most sort of vintage, I suppose, of all the mobile ones, aside from the one that doesn't really work. Or maybe it does work, I don't know yet. Haven't figured out if that's the problem. So I will test them out, but this one seems pretty good. For the price, for the size, it's alright. There's a bigger version, which is also fine. That actually might even be better. We might even look into that. But there is also this one, but it does have this like dial, sort of like hydraulics, electronic rather, setup. Not really too sure if I would like that, so probably go for one of these. Or the other option, of course, as I mentioned, there are some construction options. So yeah, it is a factory. There was two. Well, I think this is one. Yeah, we've got the cows mix. So where's our farm? So I don't know if this is quite as, you know, vintage as all that. It fits nicely though. It does fit almost perfectly, just not enough cash for it. But it fits beautifully in the corner there actually. And then we also have... There's two versions of it, so it should be... Yeah, these ones. The TMR mixing station. So this one and the sort of yellow one. I do prefer the brick. I know we don't have any brick here, but it would be nice to have some. Especially with the, I don't know, just feels very vintage, this one does. It's less expensive, but it does fit the aesthetic much better, I reckon. And it fits the budget a bit better as well. We can actually afford it now, which is brilliant. So I think you can load in on the side and where the three things there are. But anyways, those are the two options for mixers. So I'm not entirely certain what I'd like to do yet. I will explore them more and ensure that they're right and that they actually work for us as well. For now, we'll head back to the farm, and I don't know if we'll buy a tractor first or not. I think we'll crack on with the Belarus for a bit more and see what happens. Maybe a third tractor, or well, a fourth actually. I'm seeing we have some rain. When is the rain due? Not till 3. So that's fine. We can get growing and collecting before then. Right, so as you can see, I am taking the perilous journey down to the shop. I have my Windrower in tow, and I'm actually going to upgrade it, so it is a worthwhile journey to the shop. And I will turn here as well. Yeah, I need to make certain to turn, and we'll crack on down this other dirt path. So I suppose I could have time-lapsed this bit, but it is a different way, definitely. I suppose we could, I suppose I could on the way back, but this has pretty much been the journey the whole time. Just trees everywhere. Oop, dodging trees and all that. So yeah, we'll just see you at the shop and get the new row. Alright, well, it told me just to drive into here, so I will, and get that sold. Right, repair for £1, and go on repaint as well. So we get 3,128 for it, which is pretty good actually. And now we'll get out of here, and it should pop up somewhere over here to our right. So we'll go into, I always like to check the sales. Let's have a look at rows, and there it is. So I have used this, have I? What did I use this for? I know I've used it in the past. I can't remember exactly what for, but nevertheless, brilliant, brilliant machine. I love it. It's so cheap and it's so easy to power, and it does a great distance at a great speed. So happy days. Now I know you can change that to yellow, but I quite like the red, especially since the Z-Tor will be powering it primarily. So we'll buy it for £1,300. There it is. Fantastic. So I will save you the journey back to the farm as well. Perhaps when we buy a new tractor we can make that journey back in it, which would be lovely. But for now, we do want to crack on. I'm very pleased to have gotten a middle row windrow so that we can have and take advantage of the Follow Me mod, which is exactly what I intend to do. So it should be good. So we'll see you back at the farm. Alright, so we've got everything set up. Now we just have to get Follow Me initiated. So we'll go Control, Right and F. And maybe it has to be directly behind. Like that. And there we go. And we'll go 10, because that seems to be reasonable. We'll go lower it down. Oh, I have to do that before. Right, now it's set at 10. Someone's there. Lower my equipment down. and we're off. Come and get it. Hello. Hopefully this works alright. I do have to be more conscientious of how I'm turning as well, because the older kit isn't particularly, you know, savvy with a wide, or sorry, a very quick turn. But seems to be doing well so far, so that's brilliant. We'll take these a bit easier, because come and get all the missed bits later on. But we will crack on with the time lapse and get this done. Right, so this has just come out. Oh, it's chaff. Okay. Very different texture than I was expecting or remember. Anyways, it is in there. That's chaff. 8,500 litres of it. So, brilliant. Yeah, I guess it comes out more as comes out immediately as chaff, but it's very different from grass. Right, we'll crack on with it. I probably won't do the whole thing in a time lapse. It's dawned on me that well, the fact that yeah, it filled up very fast. That was a very, and I mean it's only 8,500 litres, but still this is a relatively small area, and it filled up pretty quick. So we will go and catch up to the row and crack on with the time lapse. Here's the final bit of the rowing, all completed, and I have to say this has been a very good job. I'm very pleased with this row. I'm very pleased that we did make that upgrade. I mean, technically it was less expensive, but I'm just happy with it overall. So that is brilliant. And now we can just leave that there for now. The helper here we can stop as well, and there are a few bits scattered around that we have missed. I don't know if it would fill it up though, but look back, that plane had a like a banner on the back or something. Oh, it does do. That's funny. Interesting. Right, well, I think that's it. This very corner here actually might have enough. Just because it's didn't get rowed in the end, but that's fine. I will collect what I can from here, and then I'll put the rest in the pit. Right, so we'll just go into that corner there. It doesn't seem to be as much there. I wanted to try and put it near the nearest to the back as possible, because when I go to clamp it down, I don't want it to be dragging grass out like you can see here. It's done. We'll try and get on top of that little hill, get it right into the back there. If we can go quick enough up the hill, brilliant. There we go, right in the back indeed. Wonderful. Right, we can put the loading wagon to the side here, and best to compact it down with the with this tractor, which honestly I don't think I'd sell. I really do like it. I've always admired the details. Look at that. I don't know, it's such a detailed tractor as well, and it sounds amazing. And it moves a bit funny, but you know what? It moves like an old tractor. So I think that's really what I need to focus on. Right, so this is going to be a bit more difficult than I originally expected, so I will probably not put this into any sort of time lapse. I will get the Massey as well, so I can relocate the bits on the front here. Yeah, I'll have to scoop them right up to the back. Right, so I'll do that. Where's the Massey? Ah, there we are. Yeah, I'll do that off camera, and might put it into a bit, you know, a little bit here, a little bit there, but for the most part, I'll do off camera, get it done, and get that pit covered. Alright, well, it's not perfect by any means, but it is done. And we had to bring out the big guns. This thing is 10 tons versus 2.6, 4, and I think the Z-Tor is 4 as well. But it's done. It's not pretty, but it is quite a pile. And yeah, it did a lot of maneuvering around, and I did scoop up as much of this as I could, but I think it just textures the ground. When it hits the ground, it textures it that texture. I don't know why. So yeah. Anyways, let's blanket it. And right, so that bit there that didn't go in, I'll just landscape it out, and it should be fine. But I think that does end us for this episode. We got quite a bit done in the way of, well, we cleared that whole field in 2 moves, which was really good. I think April is pretty much completed, to be honest. We might be able to play on 6 or 10 times on some of these months, because it would be nice to experience the afternoon as well, different weathers and all that, but they're fine for TMR, that's great. They must have had some, I don't know how the grass get in there, but that's fine. Their slurry is filling, so we do need to do something about that. And the ducks are fine. Well, we'll feed them. We will feed them before we move on. But yeah, this is everything as is now. So we do have 51,592 chaff, which will of course convert over to silage soon. Now, that's good. I'm very happy with that. Right, what else do we have to check on? Oh, by the way, yeah, if you hadn't noticed, the cows are full size now. Oh, and they're still walking through walls. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Right, so bye cows. Ducks are fine, just hanging out by the house. Oh wow, that's a pallet and a half of eggs. That's amazing. When are eggs good again? November, right. Right. I wonder, I would like to look into using as much as I can for productions. Just get that open. So we do have our beautiful rye. That I would like to use. I still would like the grain mill, even if we're not doing mixes with bran, because we still want to do some sort of grain to flour, and we could still make bran. It's worth maybe even selling, or using for another production on top, because there are many productions. Right, well, I think that's enough rambling for now, and I think that's it for the episode. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you did like it, cheeky thumbs up really does help out the channel, and if you're new and you enjoy what you're watching, feel free to subscribe. I'd really appreciate that. Until the next one though, please do take care, and bye for now.